How did you like my dress unveiling party today? It was so beautiful that everyone was speechless. Since all the people there were simpletons, my creamy white dress looked stunning. Molly. Oh, wow! The plain girl finally responded. I can't believe that someone like you is the sister-in-law of someone beautiful and elegant like me. Me either. Today was my mother's funeral. I can't believe that someone would wear a pure white dress and sparkling jewelry to a funeral, and then go on to say she's going to a party. I don't even want to think of you as my sister-in-law. It's beyond common sense. Oh, not this. Resentment? Excuse me? You're jealous of my beauty because you're a plain, ugly woman who's not even in my league. You're not the only one. Everyone in your family is plain and ugly. Even your dead mother is at the bottom of the face deviation scale. But you had a gorgeous, beautiful woman like me at your funeral. It must have been an honor for those of you who come from humble and ugly families. Everyone looked kind of bitter. I looked beautiful in my dress, didn't I? Everyone is really pissed off at you. We all wanted to send my mother off quietly, wholeheartedly and politely. And then it became your fashion show. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. What? How old are you now? What? What does that have to do with anything? Just tell me. I'm 29. Oh my God, 29? What's so funny? You're 29 years old, you don't have a clue about social common sense, and you're pathetically jealous. Huh? You know what? It's a miracle that a plain, ugly family like yours could be related to our gorgeous family. It's a real mystery why Kellen, a handsome and well-educated man, chose a woman like you. It's probably just a passing fancy. You'll get divorced in the near future. No, we won't. You will. No matter what Kellen says, I'll make sure you get divorced. You guys should at best live your lives as my supporting role. Even today, you were all dressed in all black. You were all wearing all black today to complement my pure white dress, weren't you? That's not why. It was to express our condolences to my mother. My mother and I don't live our lives to make you look good. That's what you're living for. You are only supporting characters. Only beautiful women like me and handsome, well-educated men like Kellen can play the leading roles in your lives. You're less than extras, but you're so uppity. You think you're an actor? It's more impudent of you to come to a funeral in a dress. Even your pride and joy, Kellen, is upset with your attitude today. You came dressed in an unthinkable way, and afterwards, you bragged about your jewelry and talked to a young man without any consideration for the memory of the individual. He said he doesn't know what you were trying to do and that you must be out of your mind. He's really pissed off. Kellen is being deceived by you. I don't know what kind of tricks you're using to blind him. I'll make sure he opens his eyes. When Kellen comes to his senses, he'll tell you he's divorcing you. And then, he'll praise me for how beautiful I look in my dress. Where do you get your confidence from? Because he's my brother. A bottom-feeding family like yours has no use except to make us look good. Marriages, funerals, and all the other things you do are ridiculous. I'm sure even Kellen will realize that. Oh, is that so? You're not going to retract that statement, are you? Do I have to retract it? I just said the truth. You're gonna be sorry. You're the one who's going to be sorry. You'll be sorry you ever challenged me, idiot. Good morning. Are you feeling okay? Yesterday was a bit of a shock, but I'm fine now. I see. That's good. Your family's still mad, aren't they? I'm really sorry too. You had to go through that. No, it's not your fault. They're all still pretty angry, and I think that's justified. I told everyone that you rushed to your parents' house to protest. They're saying that out of all the members of that insane family, you're the only one that, well...
I see. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do much about it. How did Molly turn out to be such a crazy person?
Even if your parents get angry at her?
No, even my parents are on Molly's side.
What? Were your parents that difficult to talk to? I only met them a few times, but I didn't get that impression.
You know that Molly and I are not related by blood, right? She's my stepmother's daughter, and I'm my father's son. My stepmother has always loved Molly so much, she's never scolded her. Dad is also completely under my stepmother's thumb, and he can't assert himself. They say Molly is at an age where she wants to dress stylishly, so what's wrong with that? Besides, just participating in the funeral is commendable enough. Complaining about her appearance is narrow-minded, and so on. With statements like these, everyone except me is defending Molly.
She's at an age when she wants to dress up, but she's not in high school.
Molly's 36 this year.
I can't believe your parents are still protecting her at that age.
More than being protected, it's like being overly dependent. Yet, despite that, her pride is surprisingly high. She even pressured me to get a divorce, and it's really exhausting. Oh, of course, I firmly rejected the idea of getting a divorce, okay?
I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the fact that you flew back to your hometown right after the funeral yesterday. You haven't had any time to rest.
Thanks for worrying about me. You're right. I haven't slept much. I was listening to my parents and Molly's messed up story, and I started to feel sick. I had to get out of the house for a while.
Well, now I understand what's going on, so take it easy and come home. I'll be waiting for you.
Thanks. We'll talk about how to handle Molly and the others when I get back.
Hey, Simply Ugly. Come to this address now. What, Molly? Is this address a wedding hall? Yes, because today is my wedding. A wedding? That's very sudden. You can come on short notice, can't you? You commoners must have a lot of free time anyway, right? Well, my relatives are getting together today for a barbecue. Oh, well, that's perfect. Bring all your plain-looking relatives to my wedding. The beautiful bride and groom will be more attractive if there are many plain-faced attendees. Even if you say so, I can't go. Some of the people with me now say it's the first they've heard of it, and it's too sudden. What are you laughing at? If you hear this, you'll want to come to the ceremony. You don't have Kellen at your gathering, do you? No. He's absent because he has some business he can't miss. That's a lie. What? Kellen will attend my wedding. As the groom, in fact. Groom? Huh? But you two are brother and sister, right? It's wrong for you to get married. Me and Kellen are siblings who are not blood related. We're a beautiful man and a beautiful woman. A perfect couple. But Kellen would never agree to such a thing. There must be a mistake. You're an idiot! Of course Kellen agreed. I opened up Kellen's eyes about being deceived by you. Then, he fell in love with me. Wow, I'm such a sinful woman. To begin with, Kellen is my husband. I wouldn't just let him go and get married. Kellen said he's divorcing you, and he complimented me on how beautiful I looked in my dress. See? I was right, wasn't I? There's no way. Too frustrated to accept it? But you won't be able to say that after seeing the wedding, will you? I'll invite all of your simpleton relatives to the wedding. I understand. There are 12 of us, so we'll all go now. Oh, you're so understanding. It's good to admit defeat. I'll be waiting for you. What's going on? Kellen won't marry me. And what's with you guys dressed like that?
Jeans and t-shirts? Of course, right?
No, it's not right. What do you mean you're attending a wedding in t-shirts?
You wore a fancy dress to my mother's funeral, so I dressed according to your common sense. Only you and your parents were dressed in pure white, and you looked very out of place.
And what does that mean? Before I knew it, Kellen had changed into jeans. Security guards came in with you guys and stopped us in the middle of the ceremony. What's going on?
I guess the reason the security guards came in was because the ceremony hall was being used without permission. In order to get me and Kellen divorced, you threatened a friend of the staff of the ceremony hall and snuck in. I can't believe you tried to have a wedding with your brother, even though you're not blood related. It's so insane, it's almost funny. Don't you realize that it's crazy to think it would work?
I mean, I didn't want Kellen to be taken away by you, the plain, ugly one. Kellen wouldn't even take my side about your mother's funeral. Even when I told him to divorce you, he wouldn't take me seriously. So I had no choice but to take him away any way I could. Halfway through, Kellen was on board and I thought it was going to work out.
That was just a facade, of course. He was just trying to make you pay for your sins by going along.
What do you mean, my sins? I didn't do anything wrong.
My mother's funeral was too insane, but it wasn't enough to charge you with a crime. But now there is a clear charge of trespassing on the ceremony site. And the dress you're wearing? It probably belongs to someone else who is having a ceremony in the near future, right? I don't think it's a good idea to wear it without permission.
What? You all deceived me? And what are you talking so high and mighty about? You and Kellen are in on it, and it's terrible.
I've put Kellen in the hardest role of all, but he did it for me because of what happened at my mother's funeral.
What's that supposed to mean?
In outdoor clothes, together with the security personnel, we headed towards you. Kellen was buying us time in order for us to tell you that you will die socially. We could have just had you arrested, but that didn't seem like it would be enough for my mother's relatives, who were infuriated about the funeral being ruined. I felt a little better when I saw you in such a distraught state of helplessness.
Huh? What the hell? Because of you, the wedding hall is asking me to pay compensation. They threatened to call the police if I couldn't pay in one lump sum. Kellen also said never to talk to him again and blocked me. It's your fault. It's the fault of your simple family. You have to do something.
No can do. If you suffer, it may bring a little relief to my mother. After that, we cut ties with Molly and her in-laws. The following week, we moved out of the house and completely severed all ties. I heard that Molly and her parents bowed down and got them to accept the compensation for the wedding hall and the wedding dress in installments. This incident triggered an outburst of anger from his father, who had been at his wife's beck and call. He was so angry with Molly and her sweet mother that he divorced her mother and moved out of the house. Molly and her mother, who were deadbeats, had no choice but to work. They have had to pay back Molly's compensation and have been living in extreme poverty.
Serena, are you already asleep? Sorry, I missed the last train. I'll stay at a business hotel near the office.
Tatum, you finally finished work? Rough day, huh?
Serena, you're awake.
I thought you'd be coming home, so I prepared dinner. I don't blame you for working late, but if you're going to be late, you should let me know.
Yeah, sorry. I've been really busy at work. I didn't have time to check my phone, so...
Is work that busy?
Yeah, especially because it's the busiest season of the year. A guy under me made a huge mistake. I'm trying to clean up the mess.
I see. That's tough.
If I handle this right, it'll improve my standing with the boss. I might even get a raise, so I'm gonna do my best to take care of it.
You'll be back in the morning, right?
No, I'm going straight to the office. I need to get into the office early tomorrow morning.
You're working on your day off? You're really a hard worker.
Oh, by the way, you said you were meeting up with your high school friends tomorrow, right?
Yep. We're gonna have lunch and then go shopping. We're going out for dinner too, but if you're coming home, I'll finish up early and make dinner, okay?
No, I'll be late tomorrow. You go hang out with your friends and stretch your wings.
Yeah? Okay. Then I'll take you up on that. Well, I'm going to bed. I'm sure you're tired too, so get some rest.
Oh, okay. Good night.
Good night.
My wife is so gullible.
How was it, Tatum? Is it true that your wife won't be there tomorrow?
Yeah, she'll be gone all afternoon. Now we can see each other again tomorrow.
Yay! I'm looking forward to going to your house. But is it true that your wife doesn't know? She's too naive. It worries me.
She doesn't know at all. She's so obtuse, you know what I mean? She thinks I worked so late I missed the last train today.
No way! When actually, you're coming home on time to have a rendezvous with me. Dinner at a restaurant with a night view, then making out at a hotel? You've never given your wife such a nice date present, have you?
Of course not. You're the only one I love.
Oh, baby, I'm so happy. Hey, why don't you just divorce a woman like that and hurry up and be my husband? I've been saying that for a while.
Well, don't be in such a hurry. I've just been keeping her around because she's a handy housekeeper. Don't worry, I'll divorce her soon.
Hurry up, okay? I can't wait.
Yeah, I promise. For now, we'll stay at the hotel tonight. Tomorrow, we'll have fun at my place, you and me.
Who was that woman? What were you two doing in her house? Answer me.
What woman? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me. When I came home, you were in bed with a young woman making out with her. And when I came in, both of you rushed out the door without your coats on. And I found the woman's coat still in the bedroom. Do you think you can get away with this after getting caught in the act?
Damn it, why? I thought you were going out to dinner with your friends today. Why did you come home so early?
I've been suspicious of you for a while, so I told you a lie about my plans and came home early. I'm surprised you fell for it.
How did you find out? I was trying to make sure you never would.
There are no absolutes in this world. I heard you lied about working late every day and went out with girls. A friend of mine from high school happened to know the girl you were having an affair with. She said, "Isn't that Serena's husband she's with?" She sent me a picture of you guys having dinner at a restaurant with a night view.
What?
Kayla Sussman. I heard she's an employee of your business partner. Ah, there's a woman's brand bag on the floor. I checked her driver's license, so I'm sure. Miss Sussman seemed to be in a great hurry to leave her valuables behind. Maybe because she knew you were married and having an affair?
Damn, how did you even...
Also, I checked with your company. And when I did, it's more of a quiet season right now. Your section chief told me you go home on time every day.
Oh yeah? So what?
Excuse me?
What's wrong with me being a little unfaithful?
What are you talking about? I have a big problem with it.
I'd rather go for a pretty young girl than a dull, ugly hag like you.
Hag? You and I are the same age. You cheated on me and now you're acting like nothing ever happened. You're disgusting.
Everything you've said so far is just hearsay, right? That doesn't prove I'm cheating on you.
I have proof.
What?
I put a hidden camera in our bedroom this morning. I have every single detail of what you and your lover were doing in the bedroom on camera. I didn't watch it because it's just too creepy. I mean, what more proof do you need?
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? What's with the hidden camera? That's voyeurism.
I just have a camera in my own house.
Delete the data now.
Sorry, but I'll submit this evidence to my lawyer.
What? A lawyer?
I heard you said at the restaurant, I'm divorcing my wife and marrying Kayla. I'll divorce you as you wish. You'll have to pay me a lot of alimony, though.
Alimony? Wait a minute. Don't take that seriously. I'm not marrying her. That was just sweet talk.
Shut up. I'll take all the compensation I can get from you and from your lover. You two debtors can live your life licking each other's wounds. After that, my husband and his mistress came back to pick up their personal belongings. They got down on their knees and apologized to me at the door. I never forgave them, and with the camera footage as evidence, I consulted a lawyer. I convinced both of them that they had to pay compensation. It seems that their company found out about the affair and divorce. Kayla resigned from her job because it became difficult for her to stay at the company. But Tatum, while having fingers pointed at him behind his back, continued to work to pay off both his and Kayla's compensation fees. It was discovered that Kayla was having a relationship with another man. Now, it seems to be developing into a more chaotic situation.
Alexa, are you at home now?
I'm here. What's wrong?
Did you watch TV? The national weather forecast just now. A hurricane is headed directly to Florida.
Yes, I saw it. I was just worrying about you. Does it look okay?
It doesn't appear good. There are no flights because of the hurricane, so I won't be home for about 3 days. I'm sorry I can't be there for the birth tomorrow. But even if I'm not there, I'm sure you'll have a healthy baby.
Well, that's Florida, isn't it? There's not much you can do.
Just my luck. A hurricane at a time like this. I really wanted to videotape the moment.
The doctor said it might be past the due date. You might make it in time.
But it's better for you if the baby is born on time, right? I'm prepared to miss it.
I think I'll use a tripod and videotape it myself.
I can't believe my company put me on a business trip to Florida at this time of year.
Oh, by the way, is it true when you said that your colleague Mr. Turner was going with you?
Why?
I saw him yesterday.
What? Where?
I stopped at a bookstore while I was out for a walk. We ran into each other there. I thought he was on a business trip with you, so I was surprised.
Oh, I'm sorry. They changed it to someone else at the last minute. I forgot to tell you.
Oh, is that so?
Alexa, did he say anything else?
Nothing. He just told me to have a healthy baby, that's all.
I see. Good.
What? Is there something that would be a problem if he had said it to me?
Of course not.
There's something fishy about you, isn't there? You usually don't care what people around you say. The only time you pay attention to what's going on around you is when you're feeling guilty.
What do you mean guilty? Do you think I have time to think about anything else when my beloved wife is about to give birth? I'm frustrated too. I want to see you as soon as possible, but I can't go home.
I see. You're worried about me. I hope the hurricane passes soon.
If the hurricane heads north, I might not be able to go home for a while.
I'll just have to give birth on my own then.
I'm so lucky to have such an understanding wife. If you'd cried at a time like this, I don't know what I would have done.
Your mother is close by, so if I need anything, I've got her. Don't worry.
I'll talk to her too. Well, good luck with the baby. I'll be cheering for you from Florida.
Hey, asshole, idiot husband. I asked Mr. Tanner this. Huh? Aren't you and my husband going on a business trip to Florida? And guess what he said? It's been postponed due to the hurricane. Who would go to Florida when you know a hurricane is coming? I tried to hold back what I wanted to say and played the role of an understanding wife. Please, someone praise me. I am Alexa, 30 years old. What is my husband doing lying to me when I'm in this condition? I tried to probe him about it, but without success. What is it with you, seriously, when you keep saying things like my beloved wife and other whitewashed things? Mr. Tanner's information revealed that he's not in Florida, but a message from my mother-in-law confirmed my husband's betrayal. Hey, Alexa, you got to hear this. My mother-in-law, your blood pressure will rise again if you get excited. Don't call me that. Sometimes I like to be a traditional wife. I forget. So, what's the matter, Nora?
I'm at a steak restaurant by myself.
Steak by yourself again? I wanted to go too. You should have asked me.
I didn't think you could go because it's so close to your due date. I'm the kind of mother-in-law who feeds her daughter-in-law both eggplant and steak. After all, young people need to eat good food to nourish themselves. After the baby is born safe and sound, I'll let you eat whatever you like as a celebration.
I understand, but I heard if you eat spicy food and walk a lot, the baby will be born the next day.
Oh really? Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about.
What is it?
Sonny's at the same restaurant I am.
What? Really?
Didn't you say he was in Florida? Why is he still here? Was it cancelled because of the hurricane?
I thought he went on a business trip, and then he called me yesterday. He said because of the hurricane, all the flights were cancelled, and he couldn't come home.
What? So he's still in Florida?
That's what he claims. He said he was sorry that he couldn't make it in time for the birth, but to think that he's so close.
I know I'm not mistaken. His voice is definitely Sonny's. That son of a bitch.
The guy he said he was going with. I ran into him, Mr. Tanner. He told me the trip was postponed.
I see. So he's cheating on his co-worker and his wife by eating expensive steak.
Thanks to you, my suspicions were confirmed. So, who's Sonny with?
Well, he's with a woman.
I knew it. That's what I thought. I imagine that's what it is, but I'm still a bit shocked.
And then he said, hey, this is the meat I raised. They're both so excited. It's so weird and disgusting that I can't believe it's my child.
I can imagine.
I want to grab his nose with a pair of tongs and roast it on a grill.
I want to say, oh, you've got a nice grill mark on your nose.
I want to pour lemon on the grill marks and make him scream in agony.
I want to wash his eyeballs with the leftover lemon juice.
They're feeding each other. That's disgusting. They've ruined my steak. Can't they be fined for ruining a good meal? If I were a big shot, I'd make that law right now.
Where are you sitting, Nora?
I'm sitting right behind Sonny, back to back.
So close. So how come you can see everything?
There's a big mirror in the restaurant. I can see Sonny's table, and I can only see Sonny's back and the woman's face.
That's quite a good position, isn't it?
Oh, he just took a slice of carrot from her mouth and put it in his own mouth. Can't they be banned from the steakhouse? Oh my god, I'm going to throw up.
Endure it. It's a waste of meat.
I can't stand it. You're having a hard time with your big belly. I can't believe he's flirting with her at a steak restaurant.
I don't like to say this to the person who gave birth to him, but he's trash, isn't he?
I guess you can't win them all. I don't like the idea of my own son being such a piece of trash either.
What's she like? Is she pretty?
I can't really make out her face. She's wearing too much makeup. She's got a lisp and a goofy tone that makes me sick to my stomach. She's laughing and saying things like, your poor wife is so fat. I can't help but get angry. I've just about had it. I'm about to charge in there with a steak knife.
Hey, can I go there now?
I don't care, but if you get too excited, you might go into labor.
If I do, I'll give birth right in front of him. Then I'll wrap the umbilical cord around his neck.
I'm sure the steak place has sharp knives, so you don't have to worry about cutting the umbilical cord.
No, seriously, don't try to make me give birth.
Just come on down. I've got a hot steak knife waiting for you.
I have a blonde wig from a year-end party a long time ago. I'll wear it.
What did you do?
Beverly Hills Youth Chronicles.
Oh no, I want to see that so much.
See you later. Save me some meat. We'll have to celebrate after we take care of them.
Okay, gotcha.
Why aren't you answering your phone? Come on, talk to me.
Sorry, I'm eating.
What are you eating?
Florida stone crab and gator bites. Key lime pie.
Anyway, a lineup of the popular Florida stuff.
Since I'm here, I thought I'd enjoy it. I've traveled so far for a business trip, I had to try some of the local cuisine.
You're going out in spite of the hurricane.
Well, it's close to the hotel.
Oh, that's a nice t-shirt. Isn't that Balenciaga? When did you get that?
What?
Oh my god, the girl you're with is wearing the same color as you. It's expensive, it's going to smell like grilled steak. Are you sure it's okay?
Alexa, what are you talking about? Grilled steak?
Don't you seem to be getting along well with the person you're with? Her name is Nina, isn't it? She's a cute kid. I think she's a bit edgy, just your type.
Wait a minute, where are you?
Where are you?
In Florida, of course.
Then who's that arsehole eating steak right in front of me? A look-alike?
What do you mean?
I'm right behind you.
What? No way.
Don't turn around.
I'm too scared to look back.
By the way, there's another person sitting with their back to you. Do you know who that is?
I don't have the heart to check.
I'll call her for you. Ta-da! Here she is.
You creepy son. I knew it was my mother. I smelled something familiar.
Por una cabeza from a scent of a woman. Oh wow, you're on a roll, Nora. You must have a lot of pent-up stress.
I've been listening to these guys' sickening conversation for a couple of hours. I've only had 2 bites of steak, and I've already got a heartburn. Why are you here? I was having dinner by myself when you guys came in. I didn't notice.
Nora called me and I rushed over.
Have you guys always been such good friends?
We were in a secret relationship.
Don't get me wrong, it was clean. We only had meals. I ain't worried about that. I mean, Alexa is about to have a baby, right? Are you sure you're okay to come here like this?
I don't want to be worried about by someone who's neglecting his wife and eating steak with another woman. She must be really important to you, pretending to go on a business trip and then coming here to eat steak? And this girl, Nina?
I can't believe my mother's in the same restaurant. It's just not my day.
Oh look, she's getting mad. She's like, stop staring at your phone and talk to me.
Just let her eat and be quiet. Her squeaky voice is making me sick.
Maybe that's what's so cute about Nina. I bet that's what Sunny likes about her.
Jeez, bad taste. I hate pretentious girls like her.
You're more into Carrie Underwood or Rihanna, aren't you, Nora?
That's right, Carrie Underwood's Before He Cheats is my favorite.
I want to go to karaoke with Mary again.
Mary only sings Taylor Swift. Who are you talking about? Sunny, do me a favor. What? She keeps going on about cutting her steak for her. Tell her you would cut her love handles in the handlebars. No way! How can I say that to my precious Nina? You tell her, or would you like to be cut off from your parents?
Tell her. Are you willing to get divorced, go through alimony hell, and never see your kids again? Weigh that against Nina and decide which is more important.
Are you threatening me? I'll threaten you fair and square. Okay, fine, I'll say it. Shit.
I'm serious.
Nina is so pissed off.
Handlebars for a girl? Horrible.
How dare you? You guys made me say it. All the waitresses and customers are watching because of Nina's squealing. Your next line is going to be important. What shall we say next? That's enough. Don't screw with me.
Okay then, break up with her.
What? Right here, right now? I can't do that. I'll tell her later, I promise. I don't want to make a scene breaking up with her here.
I don't trust you. Of course, he'll be back out and go out with her behind our backs.
So if I break up with her now, there'll be no repercussions?
That depends on how sorry you are.
You'll have to do a lot of repenting. Steak knives.
Or maybe the lemon punishment.
What's that? Well, I'll tell you later. Hurry up and break up with her. I can't.
What?
She's going to cry. I mean, she's already crying even now because of you guys. I'm going to have to make excuses and comfort her now. How can I say goodbye? But it's okay to make Alexa cry? Alexa is strong. What are you talking about? She's a pregnant woman, okay? She's anxious and worried about giving birth. She doesn't seem like that on the text messages. Besides, instead of taking your wife to a fancy restaurant where you can't even get a reservation, the sinful husband takes another woman. Of course she's emotionally disturbed. What's wrong with you? You've been fooling around with Mom all day, playing games with me.
Because it's all I can do to keep sane.
What?
Do you really think we're having fun? I decided to live with you, and I'm carrying a child. All the dreams and hopes I had had for my life were blown away when I saw you were having fun with a flirty girl. You know how shocked I was?
I'm sorry.
Do you think you can apologize and be forgiven? I will never forgive you for making me suffer like this. That woman and you, I have to make you suffer the pain of losing something.
But you know, we don't have to say goodbye at a restaurant.
Then where are you going to go? A hotel?
Shall we make a reservation? Don't be so clever. You've always been a handful, haven't you? Now you're going to do exactly as your mother says. Not that again. Trust me, Nina won't cry or rant. She'll quietly get up and leave the restaurant. Even though she's still complaining about the aftermath of the love handles, I don't think listening to you two is going to end well. Don't worry, trust me. I am a level 1 certified woman's heart examiner. What the hell is that? Who gives out a certificate like that? Repeat after me. Greedy, trashy woman who messes with married men, woman like you. Trashy, gross knit is the best fit for a woman like you. You're 100 years too young for steak. Now go back to your dirty room, eat some ice cream, and go to bed. Huh? There's no way I can say that. I'll turn around and tell her myself, okay?
Then I'll tell her.
No. I'll do it. Then I'll...
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This isn't the comedy club. I couldn't help but giggle. You guys are screwing with me after all. I don't want to disturb the other customers. I'm just trying to keep this from turning into a fight.
That's right. Unless you want to see a scene with steak knives and tenderloin flying around. I suggest you do as I say. I don't mind branding her love handles. We've got hot knives all over the table.
How can you say such a terrible thing? Do you know where she lives and works? I know. Why? For the compensation, of course. There's no way Nina can pay it. She's just a regular office worker.
Short comedy, The Bakery. Excuse me, miss. 1 jelly donut, please.
Okay, that'll be $1.50.
I'm an ordinary office worker with no money, but I'm hungry. I'll eat it without paying.
You can't do that, ma'am. You have to pay.
I'm just an ordinary office worker. There's no way I can pay.
Do you think that kind of logic will work in the real world?
Well, that's how it is. Do you understand?
Why did you make it into a comedy? It's even harder to understand.
Oh well, I tried to make it understandable even for the dim-witted Sunny, but did it make things worse? Da-dum-tss.
Hurry up and say what I just said. Don't mistake a single word. Greedy, trashy woman who messes around with married men. Woman like you. Trashy, gross knit is the best fit for a woman like you. You're 100 years too early for steak. Now go back to your dirty room, eat some ice cream, and go to bed. Oh shit, they're staring at me. Not only Nina, but all the customers are staring at me.
I can't stop laughing at the look on Nina's face.
I can't take it. He really said that. He's the worst kind of man. Huh?
But look, Nina left without saying anything.
See, I told you so. What the hell is this? But this is all right, right? Can I go over to your table now that things are back to normal? I'm starving after breaking up. Buy me a drink as an apology?
Huh?
Huh?
What nerve you have to say something like that? Oh, I see. Insensitivity means you don't have nerves. That's why you can say it. Wow, the English language is so well constructed.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Whatever you're talking about, that's not happening. When did anyone say things are back to normal?
I mean, you said a lot of things earlier. If I do what you say, compensation and the kid's face.
I made no promises, and I don't want a father for my child like you.
Then why did you make me and Nina break up?
Of course it was because I couldn't allow you to be the only one happy. Didn't I say so? Oh, that made me feel so much better.
But you can't raise a child by yourself, can you? It costs a lot of money.
Don't worry about that. I haven't touched my father's insurance money.
That's just a small amount. With 300,000, I can at least put my grandchild through college. Huh? That much? What about my share? I'm the beneficiary. I will use it for my grandchildren. End of story.
Nora, I appreciate it, but I can't let you spoil me. That money was left for you to live on, okay? I'll be fine on my own.
What are you talking about? If only I hadn't given birth to trash. You and your baby might not have had to suffer so much. I'm the manufacturer. I'll take responsibility.
That's cool, but I have my own stubbornness.
You can earn your own living expenses. You can buy the toys and books. But if you live in my house, you don't have to pay rent and you don't have to pay for food. I will only pay for extracurricular activities, summer camp, and whatever. I might buy clothes for them sometimes. As long as you love your grandchildren as a grandmother, that's fine, isn't it?
Nora, I love you.
So don't worry about anything in the future and have a healthy baby. Raising a child together, don't you think that would be fun?
Nothing but excitement.
How long do I have to keep my back to you?
Oh, don't turn around. I don't ever want to see your dirty face again. The moment you look at me, I'm going to slice it up into bite-sized pieces. Greasy pieces of meat need to be sliced up with the steak knife.
I've got an itch on my back too, probably from that filthy guy behind me.
I'll put some medicine on it for you later.
Sonny, I was actually going to grab your nose with the tongs. I was going to slice it up and pour barbecue sauce on it. But I don't want to ruin the knife and waste the barbecue sauce. You should be thankful. What are you talking about?
That I'll settle for money only. Alimony and child support for 18 years, please.
No way.
Yes, way. Lying wouldn't get me anywhere.
Mom said earlier she would pay for the kids' education. You think you can afford college on a few grand a month in child support? You idiot. You're so mean.
I'm going to eat my steak now. Could you please leave? You'll make the meat go bad. What's that smell?
The garbage man's stench is wafting to our table. Let's charge him for the steaks too. What the hell?
Do you have a problem with that?
No, I'll pay.
Then you can go home. Get the hell out of here, you piece of shit. The day after the steak-off, I gave birth to a baby boy. Nora was so moved that she cried for 3 hours. My husband was the worst, but I am happy to have met the best mother-in-law. After that, it seems that Sunny desperately tried to explain himself to the upset Nina. It appears he was splendidly dumped. He begs me to let him see his child, but I would never let him see him because it would be a bad influence. I asked for 30,000 in compensation from both Nina and Sunny. I don't think I will have anything to do with him other than asking for payment.
Nathalie, where are you? What are you doing now? Sis, it's been a while. I'm at work right now. Actually, it's my break time. What's up? Speaking of which, we've both been busy. It's been about a year since we last contacted each other. How are you, sis? You know, now is not the time for chit-chat. Huh? You secretly got married without telling me dad or mom? Me? Married? Yes, when did you exactly get married? You never told us. Was it someone you really didn't want to introduce? It's fine if you didn't have a wedding ceremony, but at least you could have consulted the family before the marriage. Huh? I'm not married. What do you mean? Did you get married and divorced immediately? And now you are a single mother? No. I haven't gotten married or divorced, and I haven't had any children. Don't lie. Then why is your child in my house? My child? Leaving the child for a month? What were you thinking? If it were a week, it would be understandable, but a month is too long. I'm not your babysitter. Come pick up your child now. Wait, calm down, sis. How can I calm down? And it's a newborn baby, you know. I don't know if it's because of work or something else, but even though I'm a housewife, I have various things to do. If the baby can't meet the mother for a month, isn't it tough for the child? I'm sorry. I really don't understand what's going on. Wait, are you saying you don't remember leaving a child with us? I have no memory of leaving a child. Besides, I don't have any children, so there's no way I could leave one. I also want to get married, but I haven't had the chance, and I don't even have a boyfriend. So it's impossible for me to have a child. Huh? What do you mean? I'm the one who wants to know. Even if you tell me not to suddenly leave a child, I have no idea what you're talking about. But I'm telling you the truth. I am taking care of your child. If it's not your child, then whose child is this? Wait, who left the child with you in the first place? While I was away, my husband accepted the child from a woman. A woman claiming to be your friend suddenly came, saying, Nathalie asked me to take care of her child, but I have urgent matters and can't care for it. I hope her sister's family can take care of it. According to my husband, that's what she said before leaving the baby with my husband. Huh? What's going on? That he just accepted the baby? He should know that I don't have children. Isn't it strange that he agreed to take care of the baby so easily? Well, it seems even my husband was surprised, and he tried to confirm with you, but the woman said you were facing some circumstances, and she said not to ask anything and just take care of it. If it was your child, it would be like a niece to my husband. In the end, it seems we couldn't refuse and ended up taking care of the baby. Seriously? I was really shocked. When I came back home, my husband was suddenly holding the baby. I see. Well, since we accepted the baby, I had no choice but to look after it. I hurriedly ran to buy milk, clothes, and diapers. I did my best to take care of the baby. I thought that surely, if I keep the baby for a week, you would contact me at some point. Yet you haven't made a single phone call. Finally, I got fed up and sent a message to you today. I see. That woman claiming to be a friend seems suspicious. She probably left her child with you and your husband. It seems likely. However, we have no idea about her true identity. Both I and my husband are troubled. According to my husband, she left the child and quickly left. He couldn't ask for her name, and he doesn't remember her face. Among your friends, is there one who recently gave birth? We need to find the real mother quickly and return the child. I'm almost at the limit, you know. Lately, the baby has been crying at night a lot, and I'm sleep deprived. So far, I don't have any friends who come to mind, but I'll check a bit. Thank you, Nathalie. I'm counting on you. Hey, Billy. It's Nathalie. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Is this a good time?
What, Nathalie?
Why are you so surprised?
Nothing. I was just surprised because it was so sudden. So, what's up?
My sister messaged me just now.
From Mackenzie?
Yeah, about the child.
Oh, about that. Did she tell you to come and pick up the baby?
That's right. She got mad at me for leaving the kid for a month.
I'm sorry my wife said those terrible things. Don't worry about it, Nathalie.
What?
Because you have your own reasons. You can't raise a child anymore, right? We'll take full responsibility for you. You don't have to worry.
No. That child is not my child.
What? But your friend said it was your child.
That friend was lying, because I'm not married and I didn't have a child.
What? Then whose child is that in our house now?
Oh, Billy, I'd like to know that too. Can you tell me who brought the child? I will have to ask her what she was thinking.
I'm sorry, Nathalie. I don't remember exactly either.
Do you remember any facial features? Was she tall? Did she have longer hair?
Well, I didn't really pay attention to those details. After all, it seems that she has some urgent matters to attend to. She quickly left, leaving the child to me. Actually, I should have confirmed with you that time, but I thought maybe you were in a situation where you can't raise your own child. Maybe you were in a desperate situation and couldn't contact you easily. But if you have settled down, I thought you would contact us in some way. But before I knew it, a month had passed without us reaching out. It's just all my fault. It ended up causing you trouble, and I'm truly sorry for that.
No, you just believed that the baby was my child. You don't have to blame yourself.
Yeah.
Then from now on, why don't we all work together to find the real mother?
What?
Because we don't even know whose child it is. We can't just raise the baby like this.
But how are we going to find her?
For now, I'll contact all the friends I can think of. If we still can't find her, we'll report it to the police.
The police?
Yeah, we can't just leave a child in your care like this.
No, let's not just go to the police.
What? Why not?
Actually, when I took the kid from your friend, I felt like it was destiny.
Destiny?
We have been married for almost 10 years, but we haven't been blessed with a child. I love my life right now, just the two of us. But the truth is, I always wanted to have a child. But Mackenzie seems to have given up on it, because she's too old. I was getting impatient inside. I thought that maybe I'd never be a father.
I didn't know that.
Then, when the child came to us, and we started taking care of the child, I was convinced that I could be a father, even if it wasn't my own child.
Are you saying...
Of course. If we can find our real parents, I'm sure that would be great.
But if we can't find them, then Mackenzie and I will be responsible for the baby. I intend to raise this child.
I see. I wonder what my sister thinks about it.
Mackenzie?
Yes, you are usually busy working. After all, it's my sister who mainly takes care of the baby, right?
That's true, but...
It's not her child, and they are not even blood related. We don't even know whose child it is, and I don't think it's easy to do. In fact, she was lamenting that the child was crying so much at night, that she was having trouble sleeping.
Don't worry, she will get used to the lack of sleep.
What?
After all, mothers in the world have been raising children splendidly, even while sleep deprived. Sooner or later, when the child gets older, she will be able to sleep. She just has to work a little harder.
What? No, not being able to sleep is tough, isn't it? And if it's your own child, maybe you can tolerate a little sleep deprivation. But in my sister's case, it's not her own child.
If that's the case, I'll convince her. I'm sure she'll understand. She is a housewife, so she has time on her hands. I'm sure she'll become more aware of her role as a mother.
No, I'm not talking about motherhood. I'm saying the baby is not my sister's own baby.
Would it be more correct to say that she's awakening to her motherhood? Even if it's not your own child, if you're with a cute baby, you'll naturally feel affection for it. Besides, she used to be a nursery school teacher, right? She's used to dealing with children, so she can easily raise a child on her own.
But I think there's a difference between work and actually raising a kid.
Besides, I'm not going to let her raise a child by herself. I'll take care of the kid on my days off too. I'm going to help my wife to raise the child.
Really?
Anyway, you're busy with your work, right? You don't have to worry about it anymore. Just leave the child to us.
I see. Hey sis. Nathalie, did you find out anything about the mother? I'm sorry, not yet. I've tried contacting my friends. None of them have had babies recently. From friends who are already married and raising children, they laughed at me and said there was no way they would suddenly leave their child with a friend's sister and her husband. Well, that's true. Who would do such a thing? I guess I'll have to report it to the police now. Well, Billy told me not to tell the police. What? Did you talk to Billy? Yeah, I messaged him the other day. I wanted to check again to ask some questions about that friend, but he said he doesn't remember any details. I knew it. He wants to raise the child as his own. That's why he doesn't want us to tell the police. What? What? You haven't talked about it? He wants to continue to raise the child. He said he's going to convince you. Are you kidding me? Is he trying to force me to take care of that child? I guess so. He seems to be planning to raise the child together with you. That's a lie. When that lady came to our home, for some reason he was home alone. Billy has been drinking a lot these days and doesn't come home until late at night. And even on weekends, he's away on business trips or for work. He's hardly at home. He's never taken care of the child himself. How can he say that raise the child together? I see. The story seems inconsistent. I'm sure he's just trying to look cool in front of you. I'm going to have to call the police and have them take the baby away. Hey sis, don't you think something's wrong? What? What is? The woman who brought the child. I don't think she's really my friend. If she came to my sister's house, maybe she's an acquaintance of either you or Billy. I don't think she's related to me. Oh, I see. Does that mean Billy is lying? I'm going to look into it. Will you help me, sis? Yeah, of course.
Nathalie! Oh, please, answer the phone.
Hey, sorry for the late reply. I was working. What's wrong?
Do you know where is Mackenzie?
What?
Mackenzie left the house. She said she had to go out on an errand. She left the child with me in the morning and never came home. I tried calling her, but she wouldn't return my calls. She doesn't read my messages. After a while, she replied, I'm not going back home anymore. Nathalie, do you know where she is? What the hell is she doing, leaving me alone with the child?
Well, I think you know why my sister left the house.
What?
It's a child. She didn't give birth to the child herself. She was exhausted from taking care of the child all day.
Other housewives with children are managing to raise them on their own. There's no way she couldn't do it.
Even for a housewife, it's hard to raise a child alone like that.
So she just ran away? That's unacceptable. Even though it's someone else's child, it's natural to take care of them.
How could you say such things?
What do you mean?
You said you would cooperate in raising the child, but in reality, you hardly come home, leaving everything to my sister. Isn't that right?
Well, it's because of my work, so it can't be helped, right? If I didn't work, Mackenzie and the child wouldn't have anything to eat.
Billy, Mackenzie knows whose child it is.
What? And what do you mean? Whose child is it? You said you couldn't find anything about the mother, right?
Acting like that won't work anymore. It's your child, isn't it? Saying that my friend came to leave her child here is a big lie. You just brought your own child back, right? The child born between you and your affair partner.
What? How?
In the first place, it's strange for my friend to suddenly visit my sister's house. It's also too unnatural that you don't remember the face of that friend at all. What was more suspicious than anything else was you refused to report it to the police. You insisted that you are going to raise the child. I hired a PI to look into you, and then it turned out you have been cheating on my sister for the past 2 years.
What? You used a PI?
Of course. I got my sister's approval for it.
So she suspected me too?
Well, if a husband who used to come home on time starts coming home late every day, you'd suspect infidelity. You lied to my sister that you work late, and you repeatedly meet up with another woman. Eventually, she was pregnant with your child, but she's a part-time worker and 10 years younger than you. Although she safely gave birth, she lacks confidence in raising the child. She refused to be a mother, saying she still wanted to enjoy her life and be free. That's why you took the child home. But you couldn't tell my sister that the child was from your affair, so you pretended the child was mine and tried to convince my sister to raise the child.
You know everything?
You are a scumbag. Not only the cheating, but you also lied about the child born from the affair and made your wife raise the child.
I had no choice. Even though the baby was birthed from my affair, it's still my child. So if it's my child, it's not unnatural for my wife to raise it. Besides, Mackenzie used to be a nursery school teacher, so she must love kids. In fact, she should be grateful that she can raise her husband's child, even though she hasn't given birth herself. Do you get it?
I can't believe you. I'm telling you, Mackenzie is thinking of getting a divorce.
What? Divorce?
Well, of course. Did you think you could avoid divorce? Did you think she can stay married to a scum like you?
Seriously? I'm in trouble. I can't raise a child by myself. I have a job, you know? How am I supposed to take care of the child during the day?
Even if you say that, if the child is genuinely yours, you have to raise it responsibly. You can leave the child at daycare during the day, or ask the mother to come back. You two should work together to raise the child.
The problem is, I can't get in touch with her at all either. I don't know what to do. Just looking after the child alone for one day is overwhelming. It's too hard. I was about to panic. Without Mackenzie, I'll go crazy this time.
You have been pushing it on her for so long. Now you realize that?
I understand. I'll apologize to Mackenzie, so please, Nathalie, convince her, because I'm sure she'll listen to you.
I don't want to. No matter how much you apologize, I don't think it will change my sister's mind. It's all your own fault, so you'll have to take care of it yourself. Well then, I'll be a stranger to you soon. I'll block you now. Goodbye.
Oh no! Nathalie, please, don't abandon me. Oh no, my child is crying again. Please, help me.
Mackenzie and Billy divorced. My sister went back to my parents' house and Billy had to raise the child by himself. Now, with the help of his parents, he is now doing his best as a single father. However, he started part-time work in addition to his job to pay the alimony demanded by my sister and is reportedly exhausted every day. According to rumors, he is said to be earnestly dedicated to parenting, which brings relief to both me and my sister. On the other hand, my sister started working as a nursery school teacher again. Compared to when she was a full-time housewife, my sister seemed more lively. She says that if she meets a good man, she would like to get married again. While hoping that my sister will finally be connected with a wonderful man, I'm also considering starting to look for a partner soon.
Your dress looks gorgeous. It's flaming red.
It's a wedding dress, so it's pure white, right? You mean it's angelic? The dress from my bachelorette party is red, though.
Nah, it's not about the color, you know. Any dress would burn the same way, right? It's on fire, you know. It's on flame.
What do you mean?
I threw the dress you were supposed to wear for the wedding in a barrel, and I'm burning it in my backyard as we chat. It's cold today, so it's warming me up. Burning flames are beautiful, you know. It's way more impressive than just a plain white piece of fabric.
You're kidding, right?
Maybe it's made of synthetic fibers. It's burning really well. Woohoo!
You've got to be kidding me. You're just bluffing, right?
You still think it's a joke. It's really burning. I'm filming it, so I'll send it to you later.
We're getting married tomorrow. What on earth are you thinking? You said you were going to drop it off at the venue, so I gave it to you. This is really messed up.
You're pretty gullible too.
Why are you doing this to me? This is unbelievable.
Well, if you don't have anything to wear, then we don't have to get married, right?
You don't want to marry me? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I burned the dress because I don't want to get married tomorrow.
Instead of doing that, why not just talk it out and call off the wedding?
You're likely to throw a tantrum or cry, you know. I'm annoyed at dealing with that kind of thing.
Don't you love me anymore?
I'm having pre-wedding jitters. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, I feel like I'm burning up in a bright red flame right now. All thanks to your dress.
If you lost your feelings for me, you could have just said so. There was no need to burn it. That dress is actually...
Well, you have nothing to wear, so the wedding will be cancelled. You have no use for that trash, right?
Hold on a sec. You're putting me in a tough spot. The day before the wedding. What about the venue and the guests? Some of them came from afar and are staying at hotels from today.
Just take care of it however you want.
What about the cancellation fee?
This is your fault. You should pay for it.
What the heck did I do?
You cheated.
What? When?
I saw you at the station a week ago. You were walking arm in arm with another guy. When I saw that, I got the jitters, or more like I was disappointed. I mean, I couldn't calm my nerves unless I burned the dress.
You're lying. I commute by car. I haven't been to the station in a month.
Nah, it was definitely you. That's why I'm so upset.
You're just looking for a reason to break up. If you say I cheated, then show some evidence.
I don't have any. I was too devastated to take pictures.
This is just way out of line. What you're saying and doing doesn't match at all. There's no evidence of cheating, and you're talking about the pre-marriage jitters, and then burning the dress.
If there's tension before marriage, it's not going to work out in the first place. You should be grateful it happened before we tied the knot.
I did love you, you know.
Ew, don't say that. I don't love you, just so you know.
I never cheated, just so you know.
I saw it with my own eyes. Can't believe what a cheater claims. I should sue you for emotional damage, but out of consideration for my ex-fiancé, I'll let that slide.
Jake.
Ew, don't call my name anymore. Grosses me out coming from you.
This is so spiteful. This is way too much. I'm Audrey, a 28-year-old fashion merchandiser. I've been in a relationship with Jake for 2 years. When he popped the question half a year ago, I was over the moon. I never expected things to turn out like this. After that chat, I received a video of my dress up in the flame. That dress had a significant meaning to me. I was shattered and couldn't stop crying. I couldn't understand how someone was capable of doing something so cruel. I was filled with anger and hatred for the person I had once decided to spend the rest of my life with. We've called off the engagement, and I'm preparing to seek compensation. Meanwhile, Jake's still trying to hurt me.
I heard from a friend that if we cancel the engagement, I can reclaim the ring. I don't need the ring back, but just pay me back.
Why should I?
Because I can't recover from the shock you caused by cheating. It was around $20,000. but I'll give you $10,000 with an ex-fiancé discount. Be grateful that I'm such a nice guy.
There's no reason for me to pay you. I didn't cheat. Take it and leave.
Oh, really? Are you sure about that?
About what?
This is you and another man.
When did you take this?
You sound flustered.
This is my boss. We went to a bar to celebrate after a big project finished. It might look like we were alone from this angle, but there were other colleagues behind us. When did you take such a malicious picture?
But how will your mom, who knows nothing about it, react? She'll be worried in her hospital bed.
Are you going to show it to her?
She was planning to temporarily leave the hospital just for the wedding, right? She's probably heartbroken now. If she sees this at a time like that, what's going to happen? Her condition could worsen, and you might never see her again. Ha ha ha.
Shut up! How can you say such horrible things so casually? You've already caused enough damage with a cancelled engagement.
I was on good terms with her, so she might believe me. And by the way, I'll tell her that you went into a fit of rage and burned the dress, okay?
I'd never do such a thing. She won't believe you.
How heartwarming. The love between a mother and daughter in a single-parent family. I wonder which one of us she'd believe. Do you want to give it a try? I got rid of the dress and there's no evidence of me burning it. Well, before confirming all that, there's a chance her heart could stop due to shock. Are you willing to take that risk?
You're threatening me. How can you ask me to pay $10,000? The chunk of my money's already gone, covering cancellation fees and stuff. You ran off without paying a penny. And you pushed all the responsibilities of explaining to the guests and relatives onto me. I don't even know where you are now.
Why would I tell you? It's your fault for cheating.
I told you I have not. Just hold off on that $10,000 for now. Don't make up stuff to tell my mom. Please.
Oops, sorry. I already sent it.
What?
My finger slipped, haha.
What on earth have you done?
Next time, a picture like this won't cut it. I'll ask a pro to make even more scandalous Photoshop images.
You said there was no evidence of what you did. But are you aware that you're leaving these threats on WhatsApp? Remember, I have the video of you burning the dress.
You better watch your back on the dark streets. I'll snatch your phone and delete your chat history and the video if I have to.
You're truly a despicable person. It's over for you as a human being.
Good for you. Not having to marry someone like me, right?
Remember, I'll make sure you regret this. I've got the compensation ready.
Wow, you're quick. I'm impressed, Audrey.
It's $200,000.
Wait, there's one extra zero.
Yes, that's correct.
You're giving me that much? It's much more than I expected. You're so generous. Are you by any chance trying to make amends and get back together with me? Unfortunately, I have no intention of that.
What are you talking about? I refuse to get back together with you. You'll pay me that amount.
Just keep your jokes to that plain face of yours.
You should keep your jokes to your thinning hair, please.
You, the thing I'm bothered about the most.
First, the wedding cancellation fee. It was almost the full amount because it was so last minute. It's $50,000.
I'm not budging on that.
Then the compensation for threats and insults. It's $20,000. I've already spoken to a lawyer about this.
Huh? You're really clueless. Why would I pay you? You're the one who cheated. I have evidence.
Speaking of cheating, it seems like everyone dislikes you. It's laughable.
What are you talking about?
I can't say who told me, but it seems like you've been showing off to everyone, huh? She's prettier than that ugly fiancé of mine, right? I mean, another girl. Wait, she's the real deal now.
Darn it! Who the heck snitched on me?
I said I can't tell you. Get it through your thick skull, idiot.
God darn you.
I have plenty of friends who are willing to testify. Seems like everyone was waiting for a chance to take down a scumbag like you. They're on my side. face it.
Darn it.
And lastly, the cost of the dress.
No, wait. It doesn't add up. Why does it total $200,000? It's just a dress, nothing special.
That dress cost $130,000. You have no idea what that dress is worth.
It's trash, I can tell.
My mom married my late dad, the CEO of a big corporation, but he passed away shortly after I was born.
So what?
My paternal grandmother was greedy and didn't give my mom the inheritance she deserved. Instead, she left her with just $100,000 in that wedding dress and then kicked her out. All because she didn't produce a son and heir.
It's your fault for being a girl then.
That dress was a one-of-a-kind couture piece my late dad had made for her.
What's that? A one-of-a-kind cuckoo?
Shut up. You really don't understand its value, do you?
Your mom should have sued your grandmother. She's dumb too.
She could have won if she did, but back then lawsuits weren't as common as they are now.
So?
The dress you burned was that one. It's worth $130,000.
Do you have proof it was worth that much?
My mom's very meticulous. She has the dress's order form and receipt. Of course, she also has pictures of her wearing it. The dress was so incredible that it attracted media attention. There should be magazines out there that can prove its value.
Even so, there's no way it's still the same price as it was back then.
Indeed, it was worth $160,000 back then.
What?
Did you check the ashes? It had gemstones on it. Plus, you said it was synthetic, but it was mostly silk.
No.
The shop estimated its value at $130,000, based on that alone.
No way. That's a big oops, huh?
So, let's talk about the total amount of $200,000 you need to pay.
Nah, not happening.
I figured you'd say that.
You can't win if you don't play. Too bad for you.
Yeah, too bad for you too.
Why?
Are you familiar with asset seizure?
I've got no clue. Such a law doesn't exist.
You're hopelessly dumb, huh? Asset seizure allows forcibly seizing your possessions to make you pay up.
Wouldn't you have to win in court for that to happen?
It's pretty much guaranteed I'll win. I have a video of you burning the dress and plenty of testimonies.
I've got compromising shots too.
It's easy to expose the fakes in court. You know what happens if you present false evidence, right?
Ugh.
I can have your car, your apartment, your salary, everything seized for you.
Don't. I won't be able to start a new life.
Frankly, that's impossible in the first place. You'll end up under police custody anyway.
Why would I? I'm not going to jail. I didn't do anything wrong.
The thing is, you did. Everything you've done is a crime. Burning the dress, warning me about being alone on a dark street, and threatening me with those pictures. There's evidence for it all. I've already contacted the police.
Don't mess with me.
I'm dead serious.
You're in the wrong here. You're just so dull. Someone like you shouldn't come against me.
Look who's talking. If a handsome guy said the same, I might back down. But I don't want to hear it from you.
Darn it.
My mom saw the photos you sent and didn't suspect me at all. When she found out about the dress being burned, she cried. I'll never forgive you for making her cry.
Forgive me.
I'm not joking around here. It's $200,000. Just imagine, that's a huge amount of money. It's enough to turn someone's life around.
My new life.
I would never marry a man with so much debt. Your past deeds will come to light soon. Remember that there are many people out there who hold grudges against you.
My friends have already distanced themselves. I lost my friends and now I'm losing my girl too.
Thanks for making me realize how shallow of a person you are. If we had gone through with the wedding, I'm sure I would have had a miserable marriage. I'm really glad.
Right. Let's start over.
Huh?
We'll get back together. Let's just register our marriage without a wedding ceremony. I love you, Audrey.
I wish you were next to me right now so I could kick you with all my might.
I allow you to kick me, so let's get married. I mean, you contacted me because you wanted us to get back together in the first place, right?
Just keep your jokes to that smelly feet of yours, will you?
You mentioned something I'm bothered about again.
We're never getting back together. We'll only communicate through lawyers from now on. I'll block you on the phone. If you come near me, I'll take out a restraining order. Understood?
Understood.
My mom's about to be discharged from the hospital. I want to take her to a nice spa resort, so pay the compensation promptly. I'll say it again. It's $200,000. Stop dilly-dallying and start gathering as much money as you can.
Come on, can you lower the amount a bit?
No, I won't budge a single cent.
We're exes. Can't you cut me a little slack?
Declined.
Please, Audrey, spare me.
Pay up quickly, you scumbag. Jake was apprehended by the police. While I like to see him behind bars, I also want him to quickly pay the compensation. It's a bit of a dilemma. The court ruled entirely in my favor, which was expected but still satisfying. He managed to sell the car and I got $20,000 in advance. With that, I brought my mom to a somewhat upscale spa resort. We talk a lot about various things and it's the first time in a while that we relax together. Maybe I have that idiot to thank for the precious time we're having, but I have no intention of forgiving him. I'll make him pay, even if it takes a lifetime. He's probably in detention right now. It must be cold there. I might as well bask in this warm jacuzzi and enjoy my sense of superiority. Am I a terrible person?
Olivia, you're having the baby soon, aren't you? Yes, I'm 1 week away from my due date. The progress is going well, and I think I will probably give birth right on the due date. Thank goodness, I made it just in time. What? Olivia, please divorce my son. Excuse me? You are not fit to be his wife. I want you to leave my son now. It's so sudden. I don't understand why you would say that. Why do I have to divorce Flynn? The baby's a girl, isn't it? Yes, it is, but as you know, Flynn is our only son. You need to give birth to a boy to carry on our family name. Huh? It's a little late to be telling me that now. When you found out the baby was a girl, you were so happy, saying you could dress her up in cute clothes. That was then and there. People can change their mind, you know. Besides, you never told me you needed an heir. I've never heard one thing about that until now. Your late husband was a second son and just a regular businessman. And you rent a house, don't you? What on earth do you expect the baby to be the heir to? Well, you're a rude woman. I really didn't want my son to marry you. I wanted a younger, prettier bride. You're older than my son. You're 33 years old. But when I heard you're pregnant with my son's child, I had no choice but to give you my blessing. If you would give birth to our heir, I'll be willing to forgive you for seducing my precious son. Seduce? Flynn and I originally planned to get married. It's too bad the order got reversed, but we had talked about having a child as soon as we got married anyway. Anyway, if it's not a boy, then divorce. At your age, you can't afford a second child, can you? Oh, come on. I'm about to have a baby, you know. That's why you need to get a divorce before the baby is born. I will find a young wife for my son who will give him a proper heir. Divorce now and raise the child by yourself. If you want, I can arrange for a moving company to take your belongings to your parents' house. Just don't go out making decisions on your own. Of course, I don't want a divorce, and I'm sure Flynn doesn't want a divorce either. Oh, Flynn thinks the same way I do. He said he will have you leave if you can't produce an heir. That can't be true. We are gonna have a baby soon. There's no way he would abandon his wife for that reason. Then, why don't you ask Flynn directly? Huh? If you think what I'm saying is a lie, you can check with Flynn. Well, Flynn will only say the same thing as me, though. Olivia, did you hear from Mom? Flynn, I was just about to send you a message. I was so shocked. Your mother suddenly asked me to divorce you. She said she doesn't want a daughter-in-law who can't produce an heir. She never said that before. What's wrong with her? Mom is right. What? Olivia, divorce me. What? Don't tell me that even you are asking me to leave because I'm pregnant with a girl. I'm sorry, Olivia. I've been thinking about it too. I love you and the baby is innocent. If you feel that way, you don't have to divorce me. But I can't betray Mom's expectations. Mom wants you to give birth to a boy who will be the heir to the family and take over the house. So, to make her happy, I want to leave you and find a new partner. I want to show her a grandson. To please your mother? You put your mother's selfishness before your pregnant wife? It's not selfishness. It's a natural feeling for a parent to want an heir. No, it's selfishness. The idea of having a boy is so old-fashioned nowadays. Besides, why can't a girl be the heir? I don't care what you say. The divorce is final. Get out before the baby is born. What? Flynn, are you serious? I'm due in a week. I'm serious. You want me to be a single mom right after the baby is born? Why don't you just go home to your parents and ask them to help you raise your baby? Besides, you work for a big company. You can do just fine as a single mom, can't you? You don't have to worry about anything without me. That's not the point. I'm anxious about having a baby for the first time. I want you, my husband, to be there for me as much as possible, and I want to raise our child together. A baby needs a father. That's exactly what you're being selfish about. Huh? Look, I'm 29 years old. I'm still young. If I get divorced now, I can find a younger wife. And if we have a boy, I can make my mother happy. Please don't get in the way of my life. Okay. So, you'll divorce me? If you say it like that, then we have to break up. Thank you, Olivia. Well, thank God you're a sensible wife. I'm not your wife anymore. Well, I guess I'll have to start the divorce proceedings right away. But let me tell you something. After the divorce, you stay away from me and our child, okay? That goes without saying. You can rest assured both my mother and I will never have anything to do with you. I'll hold you to your promise. Well then, I know it's tough being on your own. Good luck with the birth and raising the baby. Hey Olivia, it's been 2 years. How's my baby? Who are you? What? Maybe you're still holding on to the fact that you got divorced? I'm asking, who are you? Flynn, your husband, Flynn. Ah, ex-husband Flynn. I have no business with you, so excuse me. Hey, wait. I'm calling because I have business with you. We had a pact when we divorced, remember? No contact with me or our child. Well, I've got some good news for you. Good news? I'm not interested in you anymore. No, it's about you too. Olivia, marry me. Excuse me? So, what I'm saying is, I'll let you come back. No, thanks. Why not? Why? Because you're the one who asked me to divorce you in the first place. I don't understand why you suddenly want to get back together. I've woken up. I've woken up to the fact that the only woman who's worthy of me is Olivia. No. I'm sorry, but I don't have time for your jokes. I'm gonna end this conversation now. Olivia, wait! I'm not joking. I'm serious. I just broke up with my wife. After being married twice, divorced twice, I realized once again what a good woman you were. So, I want you to forget about the past and start over with me again. Do you think I don't know anything? What? Your current wife used to be someone you cheated on me with. Huh? I thought it was strange. Suddenly, you are asking me to divorce you because I can't produce an heir. So, I looked into it, and sure enough, you are having an affair. You knew? I knew there was something fishy going on with you when I was pregnant. You were sneaking around on your phone a lot. You started working late. You knew? After the baby was born and I got settled, I hired a private detective agency to investigate your affair. The result came back 100% positive. The girl was 5 years younger than you and a part-timer. While I was suffering from morning sickness, you were having secret meetings with this young woman. I was lonely. After you got pregnant, you were always preoccupied with the baby. You stopped giving me any attention. That's no reason to cheat on me. Do you expect me to be with you when I can't move because of the morning sickness? Instead, you, the husband, should be taking care of his wife. What's with the need for an heir? Don't be ridiculous. You are just trying to cover up your own affair. Saying you don't want a wife that can't bear a boy, making up a flimsy excuse, and then divorcing me. I'm sorry I cheated on you, but I broke up with her. Now I'm telling you, I want to get back together with you. I hope you forgive me. You said a child needs a father. I'll be a father to her even now. Let's put the past behind us and start over as a family. We don't need two fathers. What? I got remarried. What? I met him at work a year after our divorce. He accepted the fact that I was divorced and that I had an infant. He accepted it all and said he wanted to be with me. Why are you being so selfish? You did that even though you had me? What? Are you stupid? You hid your affair from me and abandoned me just before I was gonna give birth. You're the one who's selfish. Leave your new husband and come back to me right now. It's better for a child to live with her own father than with a father she's not even related to. No way. Why not? I'm pregnant with a baby. What? You're already pregnant with a second child? I'm surprised too. I found out I was pregnant right after I remarried. He loves kids too, so he's happy for me. I thought you'd be a single mom by now and having a hard time. That's too bad for you. He's been great with the housework and raising our child, and I couldn't be happier. By the way, do you know the sex of your baby yet? It's a boy. Seriously? So, that's how it is and why it's impossible for me to start over with you. Don't contact me anymore. Hey, Olivia, I heard you're having a second child, and it's a boy. Long time no see, mother-in-law. Oh, it's strange to call you mother-in-law, isn't it? We are strangers who have nothing to do with each other anymore. It doesn't matter what you call me. Olivia, please remarry Flynn. Huh? Your son said the same thing to me earlier. Are you and your son both idiots? I already have a husband. As you probably heard from Flynn, he divorced his new wife. Yes, I heard that. By new wife, you mean Flynn's ex-mistress, right? Oh, so you knew. You've gone so far as to make a fool of someone. to camouflage the fact that he was cheating on me, trying to force me into a divorce by making a big deal out of the fact that my baby wasn't a boy. You, of course, knew that he was cheating on me, didn't you? It's disgusting that mother and son work together to deceive the wife. Well, thanks to you, I met my current husband. I'm grateful to you and your family. I'm sorry for what I did back then, but you're the only one who can save Flynn. You got married once and even had a child together. If you could do it over again, you would, right? Please get back together with Flynn. I said no. I already have a family and I have no feelings for him. If you want a new wife, why don't you go to a singles party? I can't be that nonchalant. Huh? Flynn, he is unemployed right now. What? He quit his job? They fired him. It seems he made a mistake at work. But would they fire him just for making a mistake? Maybe it would be okay if he just made a little mistake. It seems like he hid it for a long time. Oh dear. Then his new wife left him. She didn't want to work. She said there's no point in being married to an unemployed man. She asked him for a divorce. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But I don't understand why you're pressuring me to remarry. You work for a big company. You probably get a solid salary, don't you? I live on a pension, so I can't support Flynn. I want you to support him. I see. So you want me to remarry for the purpose of being a parasite to me. Don't call me a parasite. Please, Olivia, come back to Flynn. I'll raise the boy you're going to give birth to as the heir to our family. That way, you can concentrate on your work. Again, I am already divorced from your son. My current husband is very supportive in raising our child, so I don't need your help. I have no intention of remarrying Flynn. Please stay away from us and our son. Don't be like that! Olivia, don't abandon us! Hey, so is remarriage still off the table? Oh, you want to talk about that again? You're so persistent. I told you not to contact me again. Please reconsider. The only person I love is you. Remarry me and let's raise our kids together. You love me? Don't make me laugh. You were just trying to get me to support you by getting back together with me. Your mother told me that you're fired from your job. Well, I don't have a job now, but if I could marry you, I'd get a job. I want to be with you so that I can reassure my mother. Goodbye. What? Talking to this selfish mama's boy anymore is a waste of my time. I'm gonna block you now. Olivia, wait! Olivia! After that, Flynn started working part-time for a living. He went to many singles parties and blind dates to look for a wife. But no one was interested in a low-income mama's boy. Now he has returned to his parents' home and is living with his mother. However, she wants to have a grandchild, urged Flynn to get married as soon as possible. He blames her for not being able to get married because of her over-interference. They have an ugly argument every day.
Sorry again, Kaisen. Where did you put the screwdriver?
Hey, you're persistent. Don't keep calling me over and over again. I'm at home, eating my mom's food for the first time in a long time. Don't interrupt the family reunion. I'm not coming home if you keep it up.
I'm sorry. I need a screwdriver to replace the batteries. Just tell me where it is and I won't call you again.
I don't give a shit. You can find it yourself.
I've been looking for half an hour.
Then give up. You know what? You can always change the battery later. If the battery is dead, just leave it.
I would if I could. The batteries in the train set are dead, and Ricky's being fussy.
Just ignore him. You're spoiling him. He's being too selfish.
He's 4 years old. You don't have to be so hard on him.
If he grows up weird, it's going to be Joy's fault.
What's wrong with you today? You're acting strange. You don't usually call me Joy.
That's because you're getting on my nerves.
Sorry. How's your mother? I haven't seen her for a while. Tell her I said hello.
I don't think she'd want to see you. She thinks you're a she-devil of a wife. She doesn't even want to have a conversation with you.
What did I do?
Have some shame. Don't torment your mother-in-law. Who do you think you are acting so high and mighty as a daughter-in-law? You're so cheeky.
I didn't do anything.
She doesn't want to have anything to do with you. Poor thing. You must have said some pretty horrible things.
Wait a minute. You've got it all wrong.
You're accusing my mom of lying. That's how you pin your sins on her.
That's not what I'm saying. I didn't torment her. I haven't even talked to her lately.
You have no respect for older people. I'm divorcing you. Take Ricky and go home to your parents.
Aren't you jumping the gun? All I asked was where you left the screwdriver. You sure you don't have any idea where it is?
I told you I don't. You're tenacious, you know that. Just shut up. I'm just trying to relax at my parents' house, and you're irritating the hell out of me. You really are an insensitive person.
What's wrong with you? Is something bugging you?
There's no way I have a bug.
That's not what I meant.
Don't interrupt my dinner. I'm the most irritated I've never been in my life. Don't ever talk to me again.
What happened to you? I was perplexed by my husband's excessively grumpy mood. It must have been about an hour after we finished our conversation. Our intercom rang. Wondering who it could be at this hour, I nervously looked at the monitor. It was my mother-in-law, who was supposed to be with my husband. Eve? The next thing I knew, I screamed. My mother-in-law's face was covered in blood. I ran to the front door in a panic, and she said,
"Come with me. Let's get out of here."
She instructed me to pack up my belongings. Sensing that something was really wrong, I frantically picked up my bag. I hurriedly packed my valuables and left the house with my son in my arms. You told me to hide out in a motel. Did something happen with my husband? You were badly hurt. This isn't just a little thing, is it?
Is Ricky asleep?
Yes. Where are you now?
I'm at another motel.
Why? Wouldn't it be safer to be together?
No, being together is more dangerous.
Tell me what's going on. What are we running away from? My husband said he was eating at your house. Was that a lie?
It's true he came to the house, but I didn't cook anything. As soon as he entered the house, he started waving around a knife.
Huh?
Kaisen is not human. That kid is crazy. I can't believe I gave birth to him.
Why would he do that?
It looks like he wants to the house and the land that my husband left behind. Actually, we've been wrangling about that for about 6 months now. I told him no and said I wasn't gonna sell the house. But he insisted that I should sell it now while the land price is high.
I didn't know that. So, are you saying he attacked you because he wanted to sell the house?
That's all I can think of. If the land doesn't pay out, maybe the insurance money will. I hate to even say it. I know he's my son, but there's no saving him.
I can't believe that he would go to such lengths just for money.
After he attacked me, he hurt himself. Probably while he was at our house. He wanted to make it look like he was the victim of a robbery. He cut himself to make it look like he was the victim too.
How devious. I can't believe my husband is that kind of man. But I'm glad you're alive.
I thought it was over, that my child would send me to the other side. I've never imagined it until now.
How did you manage to escape?
I ran out the front door while he was looking for a towel to wipe the blood off his face.
He didn't come after you?
Well, we have the whole neighborhood watching. He wouldn't be able to just run out the door with something so dangerous in his hand.
We were texting each other just a little while ago.
Really? He didn't touch his phone while he was with me. Probably after I ran away.
He was in a really bad mood. He wasn't my husband. I can't believe he would text me after doing something like that.
He was just frustrated because he couldn't finish me off.
I can't believe this is happening.
I didn't know what he would do. If he went back home where you guys were in a state of frustration after I escaped, I was going to call you, but my phone was off, so I decided to go to your house.
You came to protect Ricky and me, even though you were injured. Thank you so much. You didn't have to go to the hospital? You looked like you were badly hurt.
I'm fine. It's just a little cut, and the bleeding's already stopped. The blood stood out because I was wearing white, so it may have looked worse than it was.
But you were cut with a knife, right? We should get you checked out just in case.
I'm fine, really. Anyway, don't leave the motel. Promise me.
Okay, got it.
If he contacts you, don't talk to him.
Yes, Mom.
I'll turn my son into the police.
I'm afraid you're going to have to.
It pains me too, to think of Ricky as the son of the criminal. But he's only 4 now, and he gets screwed over if you change where you live.
But I'm worried. Why did this happen all of a sudden?
You may not be able to sleep, but lie down and get some rest. I'm sure the police will have my son in custody soon. I will say once more, do not contact my son, and don't leave the motel. If anyone comes, don't open the door.
Yes, Mom.
Are you alone?
Who is this? I think you have the wrong person.
This is Joy, right? It's Kaisen. I'm sending this from a different person's phone because of the situation.
Is this some kind of prank? Who is this?
No, really. Ricky's birthday is May 25th. His favorite food is green beans.
Is this really Kaisen?
I'm texting because I think it's better not to talk out loud. I think the room might be bugged.
What do you mean? Who's Thompson?
He's a good friend. I'm at this house now. He let me use his phone. Where are you?
I'm in hiding with my mother-in-law.
What?
You need to turn yourself in now. You're only 33. You can start your life over. Take some time to reflect properly in prison.
What? Prison?
I don't know why you want money so much that you would sell your parents' house. But this is the wrong way to do it.
What are you talking about?
And going after your mother's insurance money is so wrong.
Is that what that woman told you?
Don't talk about your mother like that. If you're afraid to go to the police salon, I'll go with you. If you keep running, you're just going to make it worse for yourself. For Ricky's sake, turn yourself in now.
Calm down. I didn't do anything. And Ricky's safe, right?
What? Now you're going after Ricky? You scare me. But it's no use. He's with your mother.
Huh? Ricky is not with you?
Your mother picked him up last night, and he stayed with her at the motel. He didn't bring any toys with us, so I guess he's probably bored. She just took him with her to go buy some toys.
Oh no. Do you know where she took him?
Why would I tell you that?
Ricky is in danger. Oh, man. No, he's fine. But
What is it? He's just shopping with Grandma. It's more dangerous for him to see you. I'm not trusting Ricky to someone who will wield a kitchen knife and hurt his own mother.
so it's not me. It's my mom.
Huh?
I don't have time for this. I'll tell you plain and simple. It was my mom who stopped me. She was the one who tried to sell the house and the land, and she was the one who tried to get my insurance money. It was her.
Huh?
My father's will said that he wanted to the house he worked so hard to build to be protected. That's why I was always against selling it. But the old lady insisted on selling it because she needed the money.
Bullshit.
The house and land are jointly owned with me, so she was in a hurry because she couldn't sell it alone. There's a $300,000 insurance policy on me. The beneficiary is still my mother. Next thing I know, she set her sights on that insurance money and tried to make me disappear.
Your mother said the same thing. Which one am I supposed to believe?
We're married, don't we? Trust me, Joy.
You were so cold to me yesterday.
I didn't talk to anyone last night. It was all I could do just to get away with my injuries. I forgot my phone. That's why I borrowed Thompson's phone.
Then why didn't you call me yesterday?
I'm sorry, but I couldn't remember your cell phone number. I tried to find acquaintances or friends somehow and get in touch with them through social media. I just got your contact.
Is that what happened? So you weren't the one who told me about the screwdriver last night.
I don't remember having that conversation. My mom probably texted back pretending to be me.
It was totally out of the ordinary. So I thought something was wrong. So that's what it was.
Right? You believe me, right?
Sorry. Honestly, I don't know who to believe.
Do you know why she had you run away to the motel? To keep us apart. Because she would be in trouble if you heard the truth.
Even though your mother's like that, she wouldn't do anything to Ricky, would she?
I'd like to believe that. I don't see the benefit of messing with Ricky.
I know. Ricky doesn't have any insurance.
If she went after anybody, it would be you.
If couldn't get the insurance money from you, you're saying I'm next?
Or maybe she's trying to get the insurance money I will get from you. Maybe she's trying to get both.
Oh, your mother just texted me. She'll be back in a few minutes.
Give me the name of the motel. I'll be right there.
It's a motel called the Highway Inn. It's just down the street from the shopping mall.
When I come back, pretend you're asleep. But do not unlock the door to your room. Don't let her in the room until I get there.
But Ricky...
It's okay. She's not gonna hurt him as long as she isn't getting paid.
But I'm scared.
Just wait for me. I couldn't buy Ricky the toys he wanted because they were all too expensive. Anyway, he's hungry. So we're eating something at the restaurant.
He doesn't need toys because he likes to draw.
If you have money, you could buy him anything he wanted. You're pathetic.
There are ways for children to have fun without money.
What's the most important thing to you?
Well, my family, of course. Especially Ricky. I couldn't live without him. He's my treasure.
I know, right? Then jump.
What's that?
That's a 12-story building, right? If you care about Ricky, you can do it, right?
If?
The windows won't open, so you have to use the stairs. Oh, and write a suicide note. I don't want them to suspect anything. The suicide note should say something like, "My husband's abuse is getting to me," or something like that. It's a given, but don't mention me. If you screw around, Ricky will get hurt.
You're kidding, right?
I'm serious. Don't you care about your precious little child?
What do you mean?
Just what I said.
I knew it. My husband was right.
What? When did you talk to him? I took that kid's phone away from him.
He took refuge at the coworker's house and caught me from there.
That son of a bitch.
At first, I didn't know who was lying. But when I asked him where he left the screwdriver, I thought it was strange. Because he's not the type of person to get that upset over something as trivial as asking where a screwdriver is. It looks as though you were sending those text messages.
Well, it looks like I shouldn't have done it. I thought it would raise suspicion if I didn't reply.
Let's not do this anymore. Doing bad things to get money. You always get caught. Turn yourself in, Eve.
Of course not. As long as I have Ricky, there's nothing you or my son can do to me.
That's why you took him out. I was a fool to believe you.
Anyway, you guys are in my way. My son doesn't want to sell the house. And you will make a big deal if he dies. So you can both just die happily ever after.
Are you going to deprive Ricky or his parents for your own selfish reasons? You're the devil.
Don't worry about Ricky. I'll take good care of him. I love my grandchildren.
Huh? Stop fucking around. My husband and I will watch over him. Don't screw with me, bitch.
What's wrong all of a sudden?
We still have so many things to do and places to go as a family. I won't let you take them away from us.
I'm telling you to give it up.
What's an old hag with not much time left supposed to do with all that money?
I'm only 62. There's still time to enjoy life.
Shut up, old lady.
What?
Those annoying old people you see on the internet are so cute compared to you. You're the real old hag. Money spent on old people like you is a waste. It's better for the world to invest in future kids like Ricky.
You talk too much. I thought you were the quiet type, but you were actually a wolf sheep's clothing. You had me completely fooled.
Shut the fuck up, you old hag. Idiot. Ugly bitch. Wrinkly ghost.
You're forgetting that Rick is with me, aren't you? I'm not going to kill him, but a little slap is within the bounds of education, okay? How do you think Ricky would feel if he knew he was hit because of his mommy's outburst?
My husband will be there in a minute.
What?
That restaurant is a lie. It's a coffee shop in the next town, right?
How did you...
Thanks to you taking my husband's phone away from him and carrying it with you. I can track your location from his phone by logging onto a computer.
No way.
Did you think a smartphone could only do text messages and phone calls? So it's true. Old people are slow when it comes to electronic devices. It's so easy when criminals are ignorant.
Damn.
I was swearing to make you angry on purpose. I was trying to keep you from the ending the conversation. I didn't think you could do anything to Ricky while you were typing. I knew you wouldn't move from there.
Kaisen's standing at the entrance. Tell him. If he comes any closer, I don't know what will happen to Ricky.
If you take him hostage and lock yourself in, it's a felony.
If you call the police, I don't know what will happen.
Don't worry, I won't.
That's a wise decision. Then tell Kaisen to go home. If you jump, I'll leave the coffee shop.
Who said anything about forgiveness? My husband and I will grab you by the neck and drag you around on the gravel. I'll turn you into the police.
Hey, what was the yelling?
My husband said, "There's a snake."
Ricky, he was moving so fast. He ran outside.
We don't use that word in our house. The mere mention of the word snake scares him so much that he runs outside. I can never say it because it's too dangerous. But I can't believe it's saving him today.
I got so close. All my plans are going to be ruined by a snake.
A lousy plan. At your age, what did you need a lot of money for?
A luxury retirement home.
What?
There's a woman in town the same age as me, Hannah, who's a mean old bitch. There was a rumor going around that she moved into a high-end nursing home. So I went to visit her with some friends. It's a really nice place. I couldn't stand the idea of living alone, while she was living so elegantly. So I decided to get some money and move into a more luxurious nursing home than hers.
What kind of reason is that? If you were so lonely, why didn't you ask us to live with you?
No way. Having to take care of my grandchildren. Living in a small apartment with my daughter-in-law. Living quietly like that. No thanks. I want to live in a luxury retirement home with fancy meals, spacious and clean rooms, and people to take care of me. I'd like to spend my retirement in style and freedom.
I've heard it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars just to move into a place like that. And after that, it costs several $1,000s every month.
That's why I'm selling the house, and I need the insurance money as well.
Your nursing home is more important than your own son. I can't believe it.
I wish you could have seen the look on Hannah's face. She smiled like she had won the lottery at the very end of her life. She was so proud of herself, even though her son paid for it. It pisses me off just thinking about it.
I'm flabbergasted. We were all pushed around just because of that one thing?
You'll understand when you get older.
No, I won't. When my kids are on their own, I'll live a quiet life. I'd rather die than be an old hag.
You can say that now, but I don't want to lose to my friends until the end. I want to have a good time.
Old isn't the word I'd use. Old sinner. How can a person age so ugly?
You understand how I feel, don't you?
I know exactly how you feel. If you want to go to a nursing home so badly, I'll put you in one.
Really? I don't want a cheap place, okay?
I'm on it. It's a well-known place that no one knows about. It's well run, so you don't have to worry.
What kind of place?
It's a place called the Big House.
I've never heard of it, but it sounds fancy. Maybe it's out of state.
I hear it's a nice place. It's a simple place with a lot of people.
Is it upscale?
I've heard it's very expensive. A lot of people have put a lot of money together to build it and maintaining it.
Well, there you go.
I'll make the arrangements. Enjoy it. Mom. It's like a prison. My mother-in-law has been admitted to the Big House, home for the elderly. I wonder she is really happy about it. She was sentenced to 12 years in prison for the very selfish and malicious act of trying to harm my husband and me. I sometimes receive letters that say, "You tricked me." I haven't lied about anything, have I? It's a facility that was built with a lot of taxpayer money. It is also true that it is simple. Well, I feel bad when I think that the tax money I paid will be used to feed that kind of old hag. I'm sure she won't be able to live in her lifetime. Either will Hannah at the luxury nursing home. She probably will never stop laughing. No matter how old you get, it's frightening to think that the world of women is all about showing off. I want to live my life as I am. I have made up my mind not to be an old woman like my mother-in-law. Now my husband's smile has come back, and my son has overcome his snake phobia. We're enjoying life.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.